nice. So
Oh,
welcome. Welcome. It's nice to see you.
it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you.
Want to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
I know you as, let's say, from the tech perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's not just it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When we have a talk with some guys from tech,
Yeah.
it's very interesting to understand, what made you, make, why you made this decision.
The decision. Yeah.
For someone, it's because of the education. They made this choice to venture into
Yeah.
tech because there was just like after uni or after school,
Yeah.
you felt like you maybe good in math,
Yeah.
or you were excited about coding, or
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone has their unique way
Yeah.
of but someone like me, I never thought I would have anything in common with IT. Yes. Plus, many people they don't really have idea of
Yeah.
how to start
Yeah.
their career.
Yeah.
Maybe now you are doing some different job.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a lawyer or a policeman.
Yeah.
You could be a policeman, and tomorrow you can start learning something about tech, and
Yeah.
in a few months you can already get some first project.
Yeah.
It's possible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Very possible. Look back my journey into tech. How I came to be in tech. Actually, I don't recall any time that I sat down and made a decision that now I want to be in tech. I remember far back in high school, I was very passionate in medicine. If you asked me what I'm going to be, I was very passionate that I'm going to be a doctor or something, someone working in the medic industry. So I had my mind made up that I'm just going to be a medic. But somewhere towards the end of my high school education, I met one of the teachers that I thought knew me really well somewhere in the corridors, and I was like, I'm a bit confused what I should do in campus. So he advised, you are very good in maths, and I was indeed very good in maths. And he told me you can try something in maths. He mentioned statistics, and I loved statistics. We had a couple of topics there about statistics, and I loved statistics. So it clicked in me that I can do statistics. Then I think I visited a hospital, and I saw I don't want this kind of life. So I saw the doctors running up and down, the smell of the hospital. I just felt this is not my thing. So the best option was math. So went in, did a degree in statistics.
And this was back in which year?
So this is 2013. 2013, it's when I finished my Form 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 2013. Yeah. So then went in to campus 2014. I was enrolled for a program in statistics. Did it for 4 years. By the end of the 4 years, I had grown in love with data. So by then, the topic about data science had come up. Everyone was talking about data science. Now that is about 2018.
Yeah.
So it was just a strange topic. Everyone was trying to figure out what this animal called data science is. And
Big data.
big data. Yeah.
It became like a fancy word.
Yeah, I actually remember phrases we could hear then were things like data is the new oil, or I was hearing something like the sexiest job. So that was data science, and I researched what this data science was. I got a bit of understanding what data science was all about. And while in campus, I started getting some small gigs here about you can clean up this data for me, you can analyze this data for me, you can organize this training program for me. And little by little, I didn't know that I was getting into now what I'll call my career later. So after school, actually before school, I had a friend. This friend was a bit exposed to the industry. So he was working as a trainer with one of the training companies around for data science. So he could bring me the data, and the data that he could bring me was something different from the data that we were working with in the classroom exercises. And I saw, well, this is cool. I'm loving these things. I'm loving the modeling part, the coding part, the statistics part, the maths part, the insights part. And I could give him the insight. He could present the insights. He could come back with other gigs. And little by little, I didn't know I was getting into tech. So coming out of school, I had made up my mind that I'm going to be now a data analyst. And till today, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
When you say you fell in love into statistics,
yes,
like what does it mean? What type of mind you should have? Because like me, when I say I like project management, I'm actually talking about some order of things, you know. When it comes to okay, what I should do, you know. So I see some order of things.
Okay.
And or let me say, first of all, I see some chaos, which I need to now structure. The first thing that should, okay, no, this is not how it's supposed to be. First I do this, and then I do this. And if someone now does different, I'm like, no. You know, it triggers me. So that's what I understand about project management. When you want to accomplish something, to do it right, to maybe don't do the same mistakes over and over again. You need to like have some process of some way of doing things right. And what about for you about statistics? What was exciting about
statistics?
Yeah.
So what was exciting about statistics is just the numbers. So statistics is all about the numbers. As I mentioned, back maths used to be a thing for me. I used to love maths, to love the numbers. So coming to statistics is just the numbers. But the bit about statistics, which was somehow different from the normal maths as we know it, it is because this was numbers that were dealing with actual people, actual things that exist, and it was just describing the actual problems that exist. So in statistics, what I found to be most interesting was you could take a phenomenon and you could explain it numerically. Like you can talk about Kenya as a nation, but you can also talk about Kenya in terms of numbers, the GDP, the population, the distribution of the population in Kenya. So to me, that part was so interesting that you can use the numbers to tell the story about something, to tell the story about a problem that exists. Then something else that I loved about statistics, and so statistics now towards the data, it's now the part about solving real world problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that now is exciting for me.
So it's about value, because you can understand world better. If you just crack some numbers, what they say, right? If you crack some numbers, you understand now maybe the environment where Okay.
It's funny, numbers they tend to paint very accurate pictures. You can tell a story through pictures, you can tell a story through words, but when you insert numbers, there is an authenticity about that story that is attached to it. So people, when they hear statistics, that statistics say this, research says this, did you know that this percentage of Kenyans do this? So when people listen to that, there is an authenticity in it. And I loved the seriousness that people attach to the numbers. So I think that kind of drew me more and more into maths and data.
True. Recently, but also it's a field of speculation, you know, the numbers. Numbers, you know. You can use them for your own advantage. I mean, if the numbers are in different hands, they use them for their own change the context.
Actually, there is a quote in the industry which says that if you torture the data You torture it hard enough, it will confess to anything you want it to confess.
It will show you what you want.
So it will
to see.
Yeah, it will always tell you what you want it to say. Yeah. So if data lands in the wrong hands, we see this a lot in the boardrooms. Maybe someone wants to push a certain story, so they will pull the data. So David comes there as an analyst. I do the trends. So it happens that what my trends are saying or what the data is saying is not the story they want to tell. So what happens? So somebody goes and manipulates a few things here and there until now the data says what they want to say. But that is unethical. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You mentioned ethics.
Yeah.
That also exists.
Yeah. So in data, we have part of it we call the data ethics. And in data ethics, it's where it's not just about a punching number. It's deeper from the way you correct the data to the way that you're using the data. So in data ethics is where you are ensuring that the data that you are using, you've got it like with the right consent from the individual, then the data is very accurate. The data is telling the true story. It is not speculated data. It is not cooked data. Then it is data that it is legal, like the data that you are correcting from people, the insights you are presenting, they are very legal. So that framework that ensures that the data you are using, the insight you are getting from the data, they are accurate, they are perfect, then they are secure, they are legal, they protect the rights of the people that you represent in that data set. So that all that forms the concept of data ethics. Yeah.
Does it fall like under GDPR or not, or it's a separate thing?
Yeah, it's a separate thing. So it mostly falls under a part in data science that we call data governance and data ethics. Yeah. So that's an independent part of it. So it just deals with making sure that the data that you are using, it's legal. It's following certain acts that are prescribed. Like in Kenya, we have an act. It's called the Data Protection Act 2019. So that Protection Act, it regulates the way that the data is collected, the way the data is processed, and the way the data is used by organization. It forms the framework that organizations can adopt in Kenya. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like it gives you some, what is it called? Rules or
Yeah.
policy.
Yes.
Policies to follow.
Yeah. It acts as it acts as a guideline.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are involved in a data project, so it tells you within which parameters of data should you correct, then how should you store data. So any organization, and it's applicable to almost all organizations, because right now I don't think there are companies that don't use data. I think one of the commodity that is common across all the companies right now, it is data. Whether big, small, or medium organization, they all in a way they use data. So these acts, they form the framework which helps the organization define their own internal policies. And they are just helpful because if you want to merge your data set to another public data set that exists, so you already have an existing framework that tells you the policies to follow, the rules to follow, and things to do and not to do. Yeah. So data ethics, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you happen not to follow those data legal issues, you can find yourself in the court of law. Like
in what?
In the court. Yeah.
In the court.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A good example is you see people around, they are just correcting data. But for you to correct anybody's data, the person that you are correcting the information from, they should in a way give consent, because this is their personal data. Like even before you sign up for things like biometrics or you give your personal information in the supermarkets where they want to use it for royalty program. There is consent, and in the consent, it should define the parameters under which this data set is going to be used. So do they want it to use it for just sending you notification about the product, or will they later sell it to the politicians in times of campaign, and your data will be used to send funny messages about candidates who are vying for polls? So all these ethics, they form the framework under which the data can be used. And if they are not well followed, it gives individuals the right ground to go to the court and
file a complaint.
Yeah.
And yes, that's their data could be misused.
Yeah.
Or maybe stored.
Yeah.
For without any without being authorized.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It sounds very difficult to me, to follow all these things. But I understand when you were in the context already, so you you're already like swimming.
But mostly in organizations where you have a desk for data analyst or a desk for data team. Let me call it data team because they are called many names in different organizations.
Analytics, data, insights.
Yeah. Like in one organization I worked, we used to be called App Team. App Team. Because in that team, we were mainly, so people could not differentiate the people that were developing apps, the people that were doing data. So we were all called App Team because the product that people knew in that organization was just that app. Yeah, but what I was mentioning, so where you have a desk that is dedicated to this data team, mostly you won't see them working with that legal aspect of the data. For them, it's usually the technical bit. So the legal aspect that is handled by another department within the same organization, but but they borrow a lot from now that legal and governance part of data science. So they work on defining the internal policies about how the data will be stored, how it will be used, how it will be processed, how it will be collected. But the data guys, they are usually not on those legal and the paperwork. For them, they are just keying numbers and writing codes and queries.
Yeah, and I feel this type of thinking is relevant to big organizations.
Yeah.
But for the small businesses, it's much more simple.
Yeah. But important.
Because it comes to security.
Yes.
When it comes to security in general, when you have a product, which one you're engineering and developing and releasing and stuff. Of course, now the data part also comes under, let's say if you have a security department, because some products, they have a security, a totally different desk.
Yeah.
That's where you need to also, like, as you said, agree on policies.
Yeah.
Within organizations, what can be, what to make sure that there is no things that are going to be like leaked somewhere.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I'm currently doing a master's program in data science, and I think in our last semester I was doing a research on this data ethics, and there is a very renowned government agency that I happened to do a research on, and they hold very sensitive information about Kenyan companies, the companies that are registered within Kenya, and unfortunately, their data had leaked. And all the information about the people that are registered for which companies, the directors, all that was exposed, and the hackers had taken this information and they were selling it. It is there in the public. The information is there in the public domain. So protecting data, whether it's a big organization or a small organization, is of paramount importance. So as long as you are going to be working with data, it is also very important that you think around how the data is going to be secured, because behind every data point, it's a real person, it's a real individual. So what this data set is saying, it's about someone who really exists. So if this information is surfaced and they don't have consent about it, so it hurts someone, yeah. So it breaks trust, it breaks operations, it's expensive, their legal suits and all that. So for any big or small organization that wants to handle data, they better take time and think around is how are we going to store this data in a way that it's going to be secure, even before they start talking about how are we going to start using this data set. But protecting that data set within the legal framework and the consent of the people that are represented by that data, it's always important, very important. Yeah.
I used to hear every now and then about some leaks happening because of the artificial intelligence. So they write the AI agents.
Yeah.
They consume lots of data.
Yeah.
And then once in a while you just hear, oh, they're consuming from somewhere.
Yeah.
They should not be,
Yeah.
they should have had access to.
Yeah.
So then like, okay, they operate with some data that's actually that's sensitive, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but still, because when it comes to this, to artificial intelligence and also data, that's all. Like that could be on a level of national security.
Yeah.
Because if you are utilizing, working with AI, right?
Yeah.
And you can get some sensitive records.
Yeah.
Let's say like you are using DeepSeek or you're using some Chinese things, and then you can get some information, some insights about Chinese economy, which should not be just that easy accessible to you, right? Or the other way around, right? But I think this is what I was actually listening to a few months ago. There was a big conference between like Sam Altman, some guys from Nvidia or from Google, and they've been talking about this rapid growth of AI, and that they want to do like more innovation to speed up the processes, but also the concern about data is coming in. So which they want, like, you want to grow very fast, but still you don't want to leave any gaps. So that other companies can exploit, other countries can exploit on that level.
So actually that is something that I think we are going to be seeing a lot of. Right now there is just a hike about AI everywhere. AI.
My friend, my friend used to say that the what do you call the data or their privacy might be a luxury soon because of this. Imagine there's the self evolving AI models and stuff, right? They can break some of the firewalls or whatever, and then you're basically live. I mean, to fully secure your life and don't allow your data to come, to be consumed by different applications, by different systems which are you using. There will be maybe like some other services that you would need to pay and subscribe for them and pay them money so that they make sure
that your data set is secure.
Like you're private, even if you're just an individual, you're not a company, right? That's how I see this problem. So it's like you're using different apps and stuff, but then you need to use another app because without this app, the other apps, they're really using your sensitive data, and you can do nothing about it because of different policies and regulations.
That's an interesting thought. But I think personally, what I think we may be seeing a rise on, it's mostly about policy definitions around security with these AI agents. So there are coming AI agents which will be doing like personal stuff that you can do for yourself.
Right.
They can access you can have an agent which can access your credit card information, and it can order things for you. It can sense that whether you have a medical condition. It can make a decision on your behalf, and that AI agent orders for drugs, let's say, and the payment is processed through the information, your personal information that you have fed into it. So
maybe they will be earning money for you also. I mean, not just spending, but also making some money somewhere. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would be an interesting era. Maybe things which can trade for you, agents which can trade for you. Yeah, maybe that will happen. But the point is the emphasis on the security. It's something that we are going to see a lot. Because the trust for those agents, the question behind the user is, how safe is my data with these agents? How secure am I that this private information that I am giving to this machine, that it is well secure. No other agent can access my personal information. Let's say that credit card information, or even things like medical history, crime history. So how safe am I that the information I feed into it, no one else can access it? So with the speedy acceleration in development of AI, the growth of AI, like around this area of machine learning or AI models that can now get to the point that they can make decisions as human beings. That's a class we call super intelligent models or super intelligence AI. So where they can make decisions like you, like a human being. So some of the policies that I'm expecting that we'll see a rise on is the policies around yes, they can make decisions, but the information that they are trained on, or the personal sensitive information that they are fed on, there should be a clear policy that defines that this information, it's secure, it cannot be accessed without the permissions.
Very, very interesting thing. I remember Sam Altman was touching this point, and then referring to some regulations that should be loosened up. Because like maybe I think in Europe there are so many, and they can be a bottleneck for some growth. So at the same time, we need to like keep things secure, but also don't become a bottleneck for the progress. Because if you want this, like to speed up the to expedite the all these services to be able to function and do tasks for you, some things should be loosened up, I guess. Even though they comes with some security potential security breaches or potential losing of your privacy.
I think in every innovation there are trade-offs to be made.
Right.
In every innovation there are things that you have to forego or to sacrifice. So there are norms that needs to be challenged to make a way for an innovation to be adopted. So even in the AI, it is the same thing. That's why I'm saying that now the focus is going to be switching a lot around now trying to come up with the policies or definitions around the applications of the AI agents, because if there are security concerns, there are questions to what extent should information be exposed to the AI, that it's at what extent of the national security threat, for instance. So those are policy questions. Those are questions around the frameworks that needs to be defined. So that's why I'm saying that that is where I'm seeing the next conversations about accelerated growth in artificial intelligence is heading. I see government setting agencies that will just be focused on making sure that the applications of AI within the country, it's well regulated. There are policies that are implementing there are policies that are being followed around the same.
Because at the same time, you want also to be able to make good quality decisions and to to grow and to what do you call to evolve with you, because I mean AI without a person, the progress happens when you know how to interact with it, right?
Yes.
And for you to know, you need to also share more your feedback. Right. So as wider the picture means the system knows context about, as you said, your medical history.
Yes.
Could lead to more good, what do you call, to valuable insight. Right. With having more context than rather having less, and yes. But of course, it should be like inside. I'm not very as that technical. So it's like it's a little contradictive. Same time, you need to protect, but also give it more room.
It's like when you want an let's say ChatGPT to help you draft an email. You can't just tell it write an email to this person. So if you want to get a very clear email, then your prompt should give it enough context. Just an example. So you tell it that this is the thread of information that we have been having. So that means maybe you are taking you are copying information somewhere, you are giving to it your personal conversation. Then now that is you providing context to it.
Yes.
Then that way it will give you now a well-structured email. But now I know now behind you doing that, there is now that question of, so me pasting this sensitive information, how sure am I that this information is very safe and cannot be accessed? Like I will tell you, the other day I was very surprised. I've been using ChatGPT a lot, and when it came up, I was very hesitant to start using ChatGPT. It took me quite some time until I saw that other people are getting so much value from it. So I had to loosen my trust issues and trust that I'm also going to gain a lot from it. So my security concern, I had to put them aside. So the other day, I wrote a prompt to ChatGPT telling it that, can you tell me, based on all the past conversations that we have had, can you describe me? And there was a perfect description about me, even things that I was doing many years ago, some projects I was doing, it could explain. So that tells me that even my sensitive data, things that I have shared with this ChatGPT, it is sitting somewhere within the warehouses or the databases that this ChatGPT has. So as we are advancing into AI, so there are two questions. One is the question about we trusting the agency. We trusting these AI agents more and more. So as more we continue to trust on it, then that means that we'll be giving it more information. So if you can give it personal information and you'll get value of it, it's not everybody that is concerned whether this information is a threat to be shared, as long as I'll get immediate value from the information that I have shared with it. Maybe I can give it prescription that the doctors have given me, and it can interpret for me maybe the condition that I'm having in a simple language. Okay, so there is more. Okay, one, I don't have a lot of concern about that information I've shared with it. It's sensitive. Can somebody come and access my laptop, go to my ChatGPT, ask it for the history, medical history that I have asked it about? So I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about right now, can I get information that I need? Okay. So as we continue to trust ChatGPT, people are just, or by ChatGPT here, I just mean artificial intelligence. So people are going to share personal information, sensitive information, as long as that they are getting immediate value for it. But on the other side, there is now the policy part, the security part. So as we grow, making these agents more efficient, it means that exposing them to human-like environment, human-like decision processes, but also it begs the question of now how that data set is stored and to what extent it can be used.
I'm not sure if you've heard, but yesterday I heard this new thing about Grok. Okay, to my simple interpretation, like at the moment we have you and the system is like one-to-one, means you have you on one side and the AI agent single on the other side. But what I've heard that on Grok, they released a new type of approach, a new type of model where you have one-to-many. Basically, it's like a multiple, it's like a team on the other side.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've not yet tried that. But instead of just like a one entity, I mean, I don't know, like person entity, how do you call it? Now you give it to the whole team. So it's like a team that works for you. Maybe like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I've not yet tested it, but to me it sounds like, imagine. So I think that's increase of productivity.
Yes.
I mean, when you type, when you prompt, there is a thinking process.
Yes.
And that thinking, I compare it to a different AI models. I've seen how DeepSeek does it. I've seen how ChatGPT does it. I like how DeepSeek, actually, I was very fascinated how they evaluate, they try to understand the tone of conversation and more and more and more. And also reflect on the past few things, reflect on the mistakes that were made. But that thinking is like slow. You prompt it and then you wait. So what I feel like this new approach is like that thinking happens between many AIs, you know? You throw something and then AI, like they examine each other, you know? They're like, okay, maybe this. So it's like they delegate. I think maybe that would increase efficiency, because from what I saw of this guy explaining this AI, that there is nothing like this on the market right now. So yeah, I'm very excited to try this out.
Wow, that sounds exciting. I know most of them right now, for a problem that you have, you either manually select the model that you want to use.
Correct.
And that means as a user, you have to have like some background information about what does this ChatGPT model entail, what does it do, which one is better, which one is like that. But for anyone, for let's say someone that is non-technical, someone that doesn't even care about all this model, they just want value from, let's say from AI, something like that is going to be very helpful, because behind the scenes, there are models that are comparing the results. And I think maybe so the results that they generate to you. So it's like a group which has met somewhere, they have discussed this is the best approach, they have consulted, this is the best approach to take, and they offer to you. Something interesting I'm seeing, prompting is going to become like a real thing. Knowing how to prompt these AIs and get value out of it is going to become like a real thing, if not a career. Yeah. Because it's one thing to have the AI sitting there, then it's another thing to know how to extract value from it. So you can have like
what they call AI literacy.
AI literacy. Yeah, just the skill of asking it questions and guiding it through.
With appearing of computer, there's also many industries like service support, service centers and stuff. You know, maybe that's what you're actually referring to. Because some people compare impact of internet to impact of AI. So when internet, it went along with many industries to help people operate with those machines, service centers, fix some issues, change cables and stuff. I mean, primitive thing, but with AI, what you said, how to use it, right? You can have it, but then why you need to? Because from my experience, I used free model. I used some team model. I don't remember the names of ChatGPT. But what I realized is, if you really want to exploit the value, you would need to use the most expensive subscription. Why? Because on those different approaches, or subscriptions, you have always you get to the limits. It's so frustrating where you just about to actually get what you need. Now you hit the limit. So you always hit the limit. So I've on the free one, of course, but I mean, even if you pay some little money, still you will hit the limit, but just the limits are a little wider. And also the resources, because if you like me, I've been using creating different projects and trying to analyze some big amounts of data. Throwing there some scripts, generating pictures, and talking about the same thing, using like a more general approach, more consolidated approach about, let's say, podcast, right? I have different sides of things, equipment, So I was like talking to my partner or whatever about all things, and also about podcasts, about content, and about people. And then when you throw some what do you call the subs, right? The conversation subs, the captions. I want this to be analyzed, but I want it to be analyzed very carefully. You not just high level keywords, but digging into the thing, and then be able to extract some basically create like a portfolio of a person, of a podcast and stuff. And that's a heavy process. Sometimes the model would say, I need like 30 minutes to go through all this with some rules and stuff. So then eventually you hit the limit, and the next day it's not the same. I don't know. Yes.
It's frustrating sometimes.
Yes. So what I wanted to say that you can get to the full potential of this, but you need to pay. But also, if you pay, you might not even know how to use it. So at the same time, what you said, people need to, if you want to pay, then you need to have some clear guidance on now what is available to you.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So you need to know how to use it. I think that is with the AI. I loved the example about the internet. So you couldn't debate the value of internet when internet was coming to be a thing. So the people that were smart enough, they went ahead and they were aligned with the revolution that was coming about the internet, transitioned the business to the internet and all that. So the same thing with the AI. So the value for AI is just tremendous across all the industries. Right now, like you're giving a very good example for if you are researching something new. Like the other day, I was surprised. Back, I think 2019, I had this idea about something around psychology, counseling, and guidance. Yeah, I'm actually doing a diploma on that.
Wow. Okay.
on psychology and counseling and guidance. So I had an idea of creating an app that you can have somebody that is sitting behind the app, a real person, logs into that app. Then this person you can talk to, like you going for a therapy session. So I had that idea. So in the process of developing the idea, I searched for a team, people that could help design that app, because I didn't have skills for app development. So we tried to come up with the designs for the app, and the budget was just crazy. So even coming up with the initial concept that we could show the idea that you are depressed, you can log into this app, then you can talk to someone, then they can charge you, they can have their rates. You can go through different kind of counselors in the app, pick the person that you want. Then it schedules for you the therapy sessions that you are going to have. You go through them. Then there is completion, all those things. So I had that idea. So I tried to look for a best person to help develop this with a small budget that I had. And by then, it was very complex. It was just a complicated idea. It was about mental health. So the other day, I saw this AI platform for Google, Firebase, and using Firebase, I could develop the same concept, the same app with just a single prompt. So you just type in, this is what I want. This is what I want the app to do. And within like 30 minutes, it generates for you a research about how the app is going to look like, their initial designs. There is the method of how it's going to be created. Within 30 minutes, you have
in Firebase.
In Firebase.
I use Firebase a lot. Yeah. Nice.
That's nice. I actually don't use it at all.
Yeah, we use it, but for different. But yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
For various purposes.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also you can host on Firebase, right?
Yeah, you can host. Yeah, I saw you can also host there. Yeah, but what was just fascinating for me was the fact that with just a single prompt within 30 minutes, I had a working app, which was showing the whole concept about what I was thinking about back then in 2019. So something that we were not able to do as a team back then in 2019 because the idea was very complex. And, sometimes when you're having these innovative ideas, you've not reasoned, you've not thought the whole thing out at a go. You just have an idea that you feel, wow, this thing can work, this thing can be big. But you've not thought through the development phase. You don't know about design, the UI. You don't know all about that. But now with the AI, so for you are just going there with the idea. I need something that does ABCD. So generate for me an app which mirrors this idea. So AI is there to make life like very productive, things just very easy, non-technical people doing a lot of technical stuff that would have taken them ages to learn. But now the paramount skill there is you need to be AI literate. You need to know how to use all of these things, to get value from them.
True.
Interesting.
You mentioned psychology.
Yeah.
You're really getting a degree now in psychology.
Not actually a degree. I'm getting a diploma. Yeah, it's a diploma. So I've been.
What kind of? What is it? Is it like a general, family, or some specific or some narrow field?
Yeah.
Psychoanalysis or what is it?
So right now I'm doing just a general diploma in counseling psychology. So it will be just about counseling people, understanding people's psychology. But my aim is that after some time, I'm going to advance in now marriage counseling. That's where I'm headed. So I need this for my background. So to make sure that I'm well grounded in psychology, I have that understanding about human psychology. Then I'll major into marriage counseling later.
Counseling?
Yes.
What's that?
Marriage counseling. So counseling, it's very interesting. So in counseling, so you just have people with problems that they can't solve for themselves. So you have sessions with them and you are helping them walk through those problems. So I have this thing.
It's like a couples therapy.
Yes, like couples therapy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is somewhere I want to take my life towards that direction. And I think this is because, as I had mentioned, I'm into ministry. So into ministry, church stuff. So I have a lot. Sometimes you have couples that are coming, some before marriage, others after marriage, and you just sit there, you listen to them. So with this background, psychology background, you can be able to troubleshoot. Technical term, you can be able to troubleshoot
married people problems.
Yes, so you can be able to narrow down to where the issues are, and you can give them proper guidance. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you hold a church?
Yes. Right now,
Is it in Nairobi?
No, it's in a town after Thika. It's called Kabati town, just after Thika. So we have a church there. And I've been pastoring it for like now. This is my second year full time pastoring it.
Wow, you're a very diverse person, you know.
I wear many hats, Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like,
it's nice to know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know this is a fact of me, about me many people don't know. But like Mondays, from Monday to Friday, that is me in the office in the working hours. Then the weekend Saturdays is for psychology. Then Sunday church things. Then the evenings, all the evenings, Monday to Friday, I'm mostly in the class, but doing my master's thing. So that is how like my week looks like normally.
You come again. What's the name of the county?
It's Moranga County.
Yeah. And how big is the church? Like how many people you have on average?
Okay, yeah. So we have about 100 people. Yeah, so we have around 100 people, and man, this is the most interesting part about my life because unlike working with data where you're just there with your laptop and numbers, but when you're in church, you're working with real people and you see real transformation. Maybe when you counsel someone, when you preach to someone, and you see their lives turning around. So that comes with a great sense of fulfillment. Yeah.
I don't even want to guess your age because I was thinking we are like the same. But yes. And how long you've been doing this?
So I've been in ministry for quite some time. I think I started being serious with the ministry from 2018 when I was
from COVID time.
Yeah, that time, COVID time. Yeah,
people needed help. People needed guidance.
Yeah. Actually, COVID time, I was serving as a youth pastor. Mm-hmm. I was a youth pastor then. So I worked with the youths at that time. Things were just tough. We used to have a lot of online services, and we just used to make sure that people are having the hope alive. Yeah, so we could share the word of God through online, through social media. It was just an era of its kind. So, but full time. Now this is my second year. So now managing a church. Yeah, this is my second year.
Can we maybe just sum up a few things about data?
Yeah.
Because to the benefit of people who can listen to this and get some ideas on how to start.
Yeah.
Let's say if someone is interested.
Yeah.
In data.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say what would be the easiest.
Yeah.
Way of maybe learning and then the fastest way of getting a job.
Okay.
So what that could be.
Yeah.
Yes, for like in IT, I think one of the easiest thing was QA.
Yeah.
Because in QA you don't need to be as that much technical, but still you can learn, go through some courses, and in a few months you can already. Yes. So on your opinion, where you can start and how fast you can get a job.
Okay. Yeah. So where can you start? I think I would answer that question about not like how I started, but someone right now how they can start. So right now I would take advantage of AI. But even before that, you have to understand what you are getting yourself into, because the field of data, like specifically for me, I am into data analytics, data analysis, leaning more towards business intelligence. That's also a subset of data. But there are other fields, like there are data architects, there are data engineers, there are ML engineers, there are data scientists. So those are different domains, but the common commodity across all of them is that they are all working with the data. So the first step is to first investigate like which passion do you have.
Well, you cannot start being like yesterday you know nothing and tomorrow you're architect.
Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
So, but if you're a beginner,
Yeah.
if you know very little,
Yeah.
so what would be the easiest entry point? Yeah.
The easiest entry point to data is always Excel. This is what I would say. Right now, it is not hard to get data. You just go online, like a platform like Cargo. That's where we started getting data sets. So go there, any data set that you think about in any industry, banking, manufacturing, customer insight. So if you go there and look for data set that you can start working with to start practicing, so you will find the data there. So the tool that is very common across all those careers that I have mentioned in data, it's simply Excel.
It's powerful.
It's powerful
because you can even visualize it if you want.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So you can do all the data, especially the data analysis, data analytics thing. So, and it's very easy to learn. Okay, you'll get the gist of having raw data, and now it's a colorful chart that that you can present to someone and they get a story out of it. Okay, so where can you start? So you can start with Excel. So, but the best strategy would be for me would be before you even start getting yourself into the data thing, you have to know where your passion is. Let me explain that. Like for instance, for my case, I am not so passionate about working with pipelines behind the scenes or working with dirty data and trying to clean things up. So when I am starting, I do some analysis on myself, and I said I don't want to head to that direction. So even the way I get myself into data stuff, so I'm going to get a career that is more customized towards now getting me not into the engineering bit. Okay. So you have to do that pre-analysis. Where do you want to head? So are you seeing yourself mostly working with the reports and dashboards? Are you seeing yourself mostly getting into working with machine learning, what you are talking about right now about AI? Is that the direction you want to go? Or is the direction you want to go creating pipelines, getting messy things and cleaning them up so that other people can do? So all that has to come early, because where you decide now, that is going now to determine how your career progress or your study or your learnings are going to look like. Now, let me give an example. If now a person like me, my passion is in analysis and presenting data set, more towards business intelligence, and in BI is telling the story from that data set. So you have an Excel, then just an example, you have an Excel, but out of that Excel, somebody can get insights that they will use for strategy to speak communication. We should go to these customers. We should leave these customers, things like that. Those are decisions which needs to be made. So the study would look like this. So I sit down, I say, I want to head to a point that I can help organizations make decisions or gain insights from the data that they have. Okay. So I'm not so much interested in creating pipelines. So where do I start? So the skills that I need are the skills like data presentation, skills like querying. I need to know how to source my own data. I need a bit of scripting sometimes because there is data set that will come, and I need to put it in a way that I can easily put it as an information. So in terms of the tools that you want to learn here, the most basic tool, you are looking at things like Excel. I come back to Excel spreadsheets. So you will use Excel a lot, because even the users that you'll be working with, I can assure you 90 or 80 or 70% of the users, they will always say, this chart is so good. Can you send it to me in Excel format? So Excel, it's always going to be there. So you start from Excel. Then you'll need a lot of querying. Querying is paramount. So this is SQL, where you are querying from relational databases. So non-SQL, not a lot, but SQL is there. So you can master a lot about SQL. Then you can master a lot about Python, especially on a part we call data wrangling. In data wrangling, is you are taking data set and you are manipulating it to look a certain way that you can later present.
You said data rendering?
Yeah, wrangling.
Wrangling. What's
yes.
that?
So data wrangling is so you are given raw information, raw data set. The columns are just all over. Let's say some of the columns are missing, some of the data set is just not so clean.
Raw data.
Yeah. Raw data, that is. So the wrangling part, it's now you playing around with that data set such that you organize it in a way that you can later use it or you can get immediate insights from it. Okay, so it's like you have
like a data cleaning.
Yes, like part of data cleaning, just manipulating that data set to organize it in a way that you can use it now to generate insights. Now that is key for any data field that you will choose. If even if you go into engineering, sometimes you need, before you start doing your modeling, you have to first organize your data sets. You have to organize your features that you use for modeling. So it's called data wrangling. Okay, so that is key. So here you are looking at packages like Python, language like Python. There is another one called R, but that is more towards statistics. But Python, it's there because you can integrate it with many other programs, or if your team is diverse, there are other developers within your team. So if you have things in Python, you can easily integrate your work with their work, your code with their code. So for a beginner, I would say for a beginner, start where you are. Find a passion. So is my passion towards engineering? Now start learning.
Before you understand your passion, you need to understand the industry.
Exactly.
Just to what you said, because for like even for me, I can't maybe comprehend like fully all the different areas of data. Right. So you said if you're into visualizing and presenting data, that's one thing. If you want to give a value to the business to answer questions, that's another thing. If you want to create a processes of take data efficiently, nicely, and stuff like this. Then if you want to build a structure more wider, so first you need to like learn some general information about the whole the whole subject, and then understand how to understand, like to understand better your passion, right? Because eventually it all comes into a person to person, or okay, let me tell you how I imagined my life when I ventured into IT. I was like, okay, so I can sit down, I can sit and just be at my desk. That's one thing that I imagine, right? So I sit, then okay, what I do, I talk to people. Okay, that's what I like. When I sit, well, I would prefer walk and talk to people more. But at the same time, I can listen to music. Because I can sit and I can maybe what I like actually, I can listen to music and I can focus on my task. This one I like. So I try to imagine myself in doing, some task, whether I would like it or not. Because I couldn't answer the question like what I like in the area which I don't know. Right? But I can imagine myself exactly practically what I would be doing.
Exactly.
So in this job, would I be talking to people or not? This is how I think.
That's a good one. Actually, for a beginner, there are a lot of videos I see in YouTube. I think I'll also recommend that the also next best platform to use for when you're beginning is YouTube. So like if you go to YouTube, I see a lot of people post videos like my day as a data scientist, my day as a data analyst, my day as a data engineer. So when you look at this, you can visualize and say, is this the kind of day I want to be having? Yeah. So if you see that day and you say, oh wow, this looks interesting, I like the way that it's not about just sitting down. Sometimes you are part of a board that has people from other departments, and you are talking insights. You see, oh, I would actually want that. So now that starts shaping your career path. So visualize it. How will your typical day look like? How do you want your typical day to look like? There are people who are very. I know a lot of guys who are very good at data stuff. They can do incredible models and they can create just amazing stuff. But they say, I don't like standing before people to talk about my data. But behind people, they do amazing stuff. So those are people that you will mostly get doing engineering things. Yeah. So visualize what kind of a day do you want. How do you imagine that your day will be starting, your day will be ending, or which kind of problem do you want to be giving you stress in the course of the day? So when you decide on this now, this kind of chooses for you the domain that you can specialize in. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. So start somewhere. So the good advantage right now is that data is available. Public data it's available. Then there are free tutorials. There are free tutorials in YouTube. Like for me, I learned a lot through YouTube when I was starting. YouTube, you will always get that Indian guy that has solved a certain problem.
Right.
So you go and watch that video. I remember when I was learning machine learning, some of the things were just too complex for me. So I would go and watch some Indians trying to explain some concepts. Some in the middle of the video they would speak in Indian and Indian language. So you follow through the subtitles there to try and understand. Some don't have subtitles, man. Yeah, that's how you learn. So, but right now the content is a lot. Yeah.
Right. It's and your you can chat with AI. It can act as your coach.
Yes.
And direct you through this journey.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I heard recently is like someone said, I'm not sure if AI will take over the world or take over your jobs.
Yeah.
But a person who uses AI will.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting. That's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So you using this, yes, you will take over many jobs if you know how to use it. But right.
Hey, right now, with AI, I think there is something that AI it's helping us solve a lot. The imposter syndrome. Right now, you can become an expert in almost everything. Like in data, that's there a lot. You are starting with it in data, but along the way, you feel things are too hard for you, or you feel like you are faking this. You are not good enough. So right now with AI, even a complex topic or something that would initially require you deep research, you can dedicate one evening. You'll have a good study program about that thing and good information broken down to you. Sometimes I asked ChatGPT that would you please explain this information to me like a 5-year-old, and it explains to you so good. You master complex concepts. So
I think same. I used to do for the this theory. Theory of everything. I was like break it down for 10 years old.
Yeah. So it breaks down for you in a nice way that you comprehend. Yeah. So the imposter syndrome is there. So sometimes you doubt yourself when you're waiting for your query to run. Sometimes when it's running, you're there questioning yourself and asking a lot of questions about the career you chose. But with the AI, you can ask it anything that is complex, and you get feedback. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What else do you feel like? Have we touched everything you wanted? Yeah, because I feel like we touched many things.
Yes.
But I still, for me, I would talk for each of them separately, for counseling, for the church, for the data, for the IT, for technology, and for AI. Yeah. Do you have time for something else? Do you like have time to maybe go somewhere up country or or do some? Do you have some more hobbies?
More hobbies. That is something I enjoy doing. So I love spending time with my family. Like my boy, I just love sitting with him, playing, answering to his curious question. Then also I'm quite adventurous, so I love going to strange places that I have not been there before. Then driving in off-road places that are in the wild. I used to have a passion for doing motorbike off-road bikes, and going
Do you
to
still
strange
own
places.
one of those bikes?
Right now, no, but I had one some time back. But right now, I actually don't even get time to do that. But it's still a passion somewhere within me. Yeah. So right now, if I get free time, I better sit in the house and chat with my son and my wife. Yeah.
I've never been to that county, to that, because the past I remember past Tika.
Yes.
I've never. I don't think we've ever tried past Tika.
Oh,
how far is it?
It's like 5 to 10 minutes drive from
Mhm.
Thika. So from Thika, the next town you get on your way to Keno, it's somewhere between Keno and Thika. So just after the big pineapple farm, Del Monte. So the next town is called Kabati.
Kabati, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where I reside. That's where I spend my evenings, and that's where I spend most of my weekends.
That's a very green area, right?
Yes. It's just a conducive place.
Conducive,
Yeah. So the air is very fresh there. A lot of trees around. Yeah. It's not in the village so much because we are close to the town, but you have like a sense of a village.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll visit you one day.
Oh, you're most welcome. Visit us in the church actually one of these fine days.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you for the conversation.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
It was very insightful.
Thank you so much.